Our economy, it's not a single issue. It's layered and layered. It's the foundation of any government, any community, any nation. The money is it. The ability for the people to prosper is crucial. And if they don't prosper, they stagnate and they turn into total slaves. They're chattel. They become property of the government that now is controlling them. So our whole society depends on freedom of work, our work freedom. And that's not created by government. Government has become the largest workforce out there, which is one of the biggest travesties done to this country. Because now you're either in government or you're on welfare or you're nowhere. You're homeless. And the few that are that exception are even they are dwindling. They're being removed daily. Thousands and thousands of repossessions of homes from loss of jobs all across this country. So when I talk issues of economy, it's layered in with our ability to have private industry. Private industry was the competition that kept government having standards. They have no standards. They just have the power now to eliminate the competition. Eliminating competition in schools was first. Now you don't have homeschoolers because they have to fight every single state because the monopoly of the state and federal funded curriculums of indoctrination take precedent over a real education for parents to give their children. The ability for state to create magic agencies like the Land Bureau Management, like what are all the ABC agencies. You know, back in the early part of Grants Pass, we had our own sanitation company. Our own sanitation company. We had our own dog play. We had our own businesses that took care of our city. They were replaced by state and corrupt minds that were the counterfeiters that were voted in to county commissioners and voted into your city council members and your mayors. Counterfeiters have pretty much had their way with us for a long time. Our ability to do anything is now based on the biggest myth of them all, environmental protection. We are not being environmentally protected. We are being restricted by the very environment that we need to sustain our lives, our freedoms, our future. We are being controlled. You know, I was told by an uncle, conservation is where you are harmonious with the wildlife and the animals of the place that you live in. They are natural. And you keep that balance. You keep the environment protected and safe and growing. We have introduced, through man and corruption, dangers to our environment, our plant species. We have rapeweed. We have plants that are destroying trees. I can't name them all because I don't remember them all. Animals that are now outdoing other animals. To say that a spotted owl now needs protection is a lie. The barred owl now is eating the spotted owl because these people are not really understanding nature, but they know the nature of man to be lazy in his mind and not really do any diligent research. So we sit back and say the authorities said this, they said that. Oh, we got to protect the whales, we got to protect the seals. The seals are now out doing the fishing population, so our fishing industry is extremely under the gun to survive. Our food supply is being curtailed and controlled. And Senate Bill 100, it created this magical board that doesn't serve any of us, that now tells you and every single one of you what you can or cannot do with your land. And water that falls from the sky is owned by the state. Something God creates is now state-owned, state manipulated, and you pay service for that water. I was talking to the water resource, a woman from there, and she was talking about how when you build a house, you have to pay $100 for 3 certificates you have to have that allows you to use your water and how you're allowed to use your water. Well, the agency was going under. So our legislatures, they were real generous. They gave them the power to create their own fees. So now those 3 documents, those 3 certificates of privilege, cost you $1,000 each, because their salaries were not going to go away, and your rights are being destroyed. I don't know how to stress it enough, but you've got to learn to recognize what's been done to us. She flies with her own wings. That was the state motto. It should have been the country's motto, the nation's motto. Should have been, she flies with her own wings. And for every year after they fought that revolution, feathers are being plucked and clipped from that bird of liberty, that freedom that we should have today, the things that we should be allowed to do in our lives today for our future generations, has been clipped, plucked, and almost to the point where she does no longer fly with her own wings. And she's lucky if she can hobble around, because we are so destroyed by state regulations, ORSs, things that control our every single day. You have a senator that came out and decided that he was the expert and authority on river dredging for minors. He now is going to protect your rivers from strangers from across the state borders, but without the real knowledge that he really needs, because he needs to learn how to read the 1866 mining law and the Water Act and the act of Congress that gave us our rights to water and property. But you have state lawyers, you have state authorities that are going to tell you now, again, you didn't get permission from them to think, to understand the dictionary, or to read. And you will always have this gun at your head until you start recognizing bureaucracies are the weapon of all power-hungry entities. Bureaucracy removes all representation from you, no recourse, and makes you a victim. And countless, thousands of acres in this state alone have been lost to that Senate bill. And 37 tried to rectify it, but those that created that Senate Bill 100, those mindsets, those counterfeit governments, those un-American, those anti-American, those anti-Foundation of Freedom, we the people, all of those that you keep electing in there to do you in are responsible for your loss of property rights, your inability to have prosperity. We have no economy in Grants Pass because we have no private sector that's protected. We have overtaxation, overregulation, and just down, greedy corruption running our community. Elect me, I won't end corruption. I won't give you your freedom back, but I will strive, as long as there's breath in my body, to educate the processed minds that I will be placed up with, and to vote no on your stead.